What is up, guys? This is Mateo's 2020 Politics here, and today I'm going to be discussing the awards for the Democratic debaters. So here are the awards that we have. We have first winner, second winner, the decent debaters, and that's a new award. So what does that mean? Well, I was just about to say flatliners. Flatliners, people that were just not, they just didn't really stand out. Maybe they did a good job, but they just, they walked out of the debate stage. They walked off, but not having themselves in other people's minds. People just didn't really, they basically forgot about them. They never said anything memorable. Those are flatliners. The decent debater award, or debaters award is that they did pretty well, actually. They did decently well, but it wasn't enough to get, one of the winner awards. In fact, I'm just going to take out the second winner award. Actually, never mind. I'm going to keep it in. So, okay, so I'm going to give should I do winner first? Okay, so I'll do the winner award first. And for the winner, we have Bernie Sanders. Now, this is not because of my bias, because, when Bernie Sanders does badly, I announced it. In the first debate, I even said he didn't have any memorable moments. He was flat. He did a bad job. So, if he does badly, I'll say it. If he has a great performance, I'll say it. So he had a great performance because every single time he debates, he uses more statistics. Yeah, you could rant on and on about how the American people want health care and they want blah blah and things like that, but you have to use statistics and sources, or else you're not really gonna, because you're not gonna really understand. What? No, the American people are not gonna really be able to understand what the American people want. Because you can't just say, oh yes, the majority of Americans want health care, and we're like, yeah, we know that, but can you give us some facts? Oh yeah, 65% of Americans want health care. Okay, now we know exactly that. Now we can use that as a statistic. What's the source? CBS, The Hill. There we go. So when you just say, oh, the majority of Americans want blah blah, you could be making it up. When you show an actual statistic and source, it makes you look much more better. Much better. I'm having trouble with my words today. I think it's possibly because I have a headache. It's a minor headache, though, but it isn't bothering me too badly. Hold on. So, second winner, Elizabeth Warren. Now, I don't have much to explain here, but, the deal with her was that she just went full populist, anti-corporate mode. She just started hammering the corporations and hammering, just out of touch ideas in general, and, businesses the whole entire time. She was just talking about populism. The decent debaters, we have Kamala Harris and Andrew Yang. So, why do I say these two people? Well, Kamala Harris has been slowly improving over the course of the debates. The first debate, she had an amazing performance. She destroyed Joe Biden. The second time, she was seen as, she was seen as having a disaster performance. Because, because of the ending where Tulsi Gabbard basically exposed the record. And I disagree because throughout the whole night she was actually doing pretty damn well. She was even seemed like the winner. And yeah, she did get really destroyed one moment at in the end of the debate, but that doesn't really overshadow all the great moments that she had that could have made her into first place that night. So I actually disagree that the second debate was her worst. I actually think the third debate was the worst, and that's because the third debate, she wasn't memorable at all. She was just flat the whole entire time, and she just was giggling all the time. Remember, she was just laughing the whole time. That was the third, right? And then the fourth, she got a bit more of a serious tone, was speaking about abortion, and just seemed really serious. And it's like, and then I could say she did a decent job. And this time she improved because she's even more serious and using even more energy. So she did well in every debate except for the end of the second and the overall third. This time she does pretty decently well, actually. Not enough to win, but enough to get the decent debater award. Meaning she did a good job, but it's just not enough to win. Next is Andrew Yang. Now, Andrew Yang is here because he finally stopped talking about UBI. He didn't mention UBI a single time. And look, it gets me irritated, and it for sure has to get other people irritated when one candidate is just obsessed with one issue, and it's just non-stop talking about it. They can't speak about any other issue, just UBI, over and over and over. When nobody cares about it, because if the American people really cared about UBI, he would be in first place. So he finally, stopped being a UBI robot and started talking about more issues and expanded, which makes him look up pretty well, actually, because he doesn't look as obsessed with that issue anymore. And, it shows that he can actually expand from it, so I'm going to give him some applause because he had true knowledge in this debate. He went also full populist mode without mentioning UBI. Flatliners, Pete Buttigieg, Cory Booker, Joe Biden, and Tulsi Gabbard. Now, a flatliner, once again, means that they didn't say anything that was really memorable. They didn't really say anything that was memorable. It wasn't that they were bad, it was just that they didn't say anything memorable. Maybe they did a good job, but they just weren't memorable. Pete Buttigieg, Cory Booker, and Joe Biden, and Tulsi Gabbard, they all did decently well in different ways. Tulsi Gabbard and Joe Biden, Joe Biden and Pete Buttigieg had no memorable moments. Cory Booker had that memorable moment where he basically attacked Joe Biden on marijuana, and Tulsi Gabbard had that memorable moment when she defended herself from Kamala Harris about meeting with Bashar al-Assad, but overall those moments aren't too big. And now the loser is I was actually debating having a loser because they all did relatively well, but the loser is Tom Steyer. Come on, man, drop out, go home. So I was gonna make him a flatliner, except with most flatliners, they did pretty well. They had a couple of good moments, but they weren't too memorable. With Tom Steyer, man, I'm not even exaggerating. He has zero memorable moments. And this is why I don't like making videos on Thursdays, because I go to fencing class, I'm kind of tired, and I have trouble with my words. But today's a special occasion because, it's after the debates. I can't just skip a whole day, and not discuss the winners of the debate. I have to start making clips and highlights of the debates tomorrow, which is going to be pretty fun. Anyway, going back to Tom Steyer, there's been 5 debates so far. He's made it to, how many has it been? He's made it to 2 of them, right? And so, my point isn't that he's only made it 2. My point is that, in both of those debates, he hasn't been memorable at all. I mean, people were even forgetting who this guy was. He was just in the last debate, and whenever I kept talking to people about, oh, Tom Steyer qualified again, they're like, Tom Steyer? Who's that? And that just goes to show that he isn't memorable, because he just flat the whole time. He doesn't say anything that really resonates with voters or viewers or people who are even apolitical. He just doesn't say anything special. He just kind of speaks and doesn't really jump in, doesn't really get into any of the action or into any of the drama or arguing with the other candidates. So, again, man, you're a billionaire. You've pledged to spend $100 million in this campaign. You spent tens of millions, and it hasn't really served you well. And the fact that you simply are running on nothing, because, let's just face it, he's not really running on anything. There's certain candidates that have certain platforms. He just doesn't. He's just a random guy. And he doesn't do well in debates. It's not that he does badly, he just never has any memorable moments. So thank you for watching this video, guys. I'm going to re-summarize the awards. We have first winner, Bernie Sanders. Second winner, Elizabeth Warren. The decent debaters, Kamala Harris and Andrew Yang. Flatliners, Pete Buttigieg, Cory Booker, Joe Biden, and Tulsi Gabbard. And now, for the loser, Tom Steyer. Again, Tom Steyer, I don't mean to sound like a bully. I know it might sound rude, but please, just go home. You're not exactly serving much to this election, because again, you can run, but if you're gonna run on something that resonates, run on something that's special. So thank you for watching this video, guys. I'll see you guys later tomorrow with a new clip. Have a nice day.